And let's see. Where did the last one go? 'Cause there's only one thing left. Right. Well, the last thing was supposed to be magical studies, which I believe is Epos, Silas, Alana, and not Ash, because Ash did the planar shit.
Yeah,
Believe
I
so?
skipped general magic.
Yeah. In fairness, you're a bit more specialized in summer. But in this case, it's Professor Williams taking the podium and going, okay, we're getting quite far into the year, and you have a lot on your plates as it stands. Usually during this time, this is where we start offering aid if anyone needs it. One of your tasks is to adapt a spell. For those of you who do not have friends or contacts with which to work with, we are offering hours for you to come and study with us. That us being myself and Professor Teltavia. For those of you more divine or more arcane attuned, Madame Mur will also be having hours.
Good to know.
Yes, indeed.
Because, not everyone has a group where they have a psychic, an arcane, and divine caster. Well, speaking of, Bigby, it's been 3 days.
It has.
Technically by the end of this day.
Cool. So at the end of this day,
If you want, you can roll or unless you're taking 10 for it.
I'm just taking 10 because I do not fail if I take 10.
Fair enough. In which case, Silas wins the rat race of design a spell. Or I guess this is more adapt a spell for another class. Can you roll me a knowledge arcana anyway?
I must point out he only wins because I'm not 3rd level. I have my spell ready.
16.
Okay.
Not great, not terrible.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Just to check if anything interesting happens. But as Silas in the evening presumably finishes up his spell glyph, it seems to go off without a hitch as he can cast his first experimental or use his first experimental casting of it.
Excellent.
Which now you do have the option. Do you want to swap out one of your existing spells for this?
Ooh, do I?
Barring Moment of Greatness, because obviously that's your superiority spell.
Yeah, that one I can't go, but Unseen Servant or Heightened Awareness.
You don't have to. You can bank this for whenever you level up next or get a spell page or whatever.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm going to bank it for now.
Okay. You might want to note that down somewhere.
It's now on your class list, at least.
Yeah. Technically, if you can find a psychic caster who, can make scrolls or something, you could get scrolls of it, but I don't think you know a person like that.
No, I don't think so.
Or rather, you need someone who's able to learn it and then also someone else who can make scrolls. Probably a bit too convoluted for now. Let's see. Did anyone else have any projects that they would have run through by now?
You know all
don't
the
think
projects
so.
I have going.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yours is
long term.
Yeah.
I mean, after finishing my inscriber, I do have to work on that sound dampening ward.
It's true.
I bought and fed Bluebell 2 spells specifically for that purpose.
Yeah. In which case, this will be kind of just like making a spell, but in this case, you're making a ward. I'll probably have to talk with you a bit about that later for what specifically you wanted to do in regards of do you wanted to block sound completely or just apply penalty to perception, stuff like that?
Basically just kind of reduce sound. So if it's a loud sound, it'll you'll obviously still be able to hear it outside the room because if it's loud enough it'll be dampened, but quieter noises might get blocked out entirely.
So yeah, basically just increase the DC required to hear shit.
More or less.
Just as mechanically.
That would have the effect you're looking for. Loud things will still get through, quiet things will probably be impossible to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can cover that more later. But classes pass and people do their projects. You do have the evening, Will.
The evenings,
Sideline, you are super quiet.
I didn't even realize he was talking.
Testing.
Test.
Oh,
Yep, you're
bit too
back
loud
to
Much
your-
louder now.
Okay.
Hey,
Hi.
you're louder than normal.
Sorry. There.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna turn you down and call it a day.
That's good. So my study sessions was REL
E.
because I need to learn how to make constructs.
Yeah, which I forgot to say before. Give me 2 engineering checks.
Sure.
Or Arcana. Your choice, really.
This is over a course of like an evening, so duration matters.
Yeah. Technically, one will be for when you first started, which would be over a weekend. Because you did say you had a meeting with him then.
Mhm.
The second will be this time. Okay. 20 and 20. Let me mark a fat dune.
Long story short, shit's wackio.
Just whack you. Pretty much.
Hmm.
I mean, it's not entirely fruitless. Oh, I read it as Jesus, not Jesse. It's not entirely fruitless. Everyone's missing. Yeah, you do
I'm sorry, I'm in
find.
the kitchen.
You do think, partially at least, with a bit more study, you can maybe adapt how he uses energy and apply it to like a construct that you make.
Yeah, but the mind is still gone.
That is yeah. It's not really a solution to your overall problem. But it might make crafting things a bit cheaper if you end up going the more making from ancient civilization route. But you need to actually properly catalog and study and whatnot.
All right. So, Rel, I have a spider drone. How big is their central? What did you call it? A processor?
Yes, it would be about. He looks around for like a spherical object.
Aaron puts
About
it.
this
Aaron pulls out one of her grenades and puts it on the table like that.
bit smaller.
Bit smaller. Okay.
Think he rummages around and he's started wearing clothes weirdly enough. Probably because he doesn't actually have pockets in his, body. And he pulls out an acorn. Bit larger than this.
Oh, wow, that's small.
They are not large creatures.
Okay. Shit. Okay, I can work with that. How long is it left in the semester?
Semester ends pretty much past the year. So 3 months?
Okay. I'm gonna study a bit more.
These are short semesters.
Yeah.
I'm gonna study a bit more, Rel, but I got an idea. I think I can hide it.
I think I can.
It's blatant cheating. But I think I can hide it from the professor.
On that note, he pulls out a very heavy book.
What
I
am
was
looking
looking through the school rules
at?
in
Yeah.
regards for projects.
Thanks. Did you
Well-
find anything interesting?
Technically, there is no plagiarism checking for that course. There are for the later years, but not for this schoolomancy course.
So there's no plagiarism check on this project.
The idea is to represent that you can construct and successfully construct a construct.
Not design your own.
Yes, the only requirement you have is to design a golem heart.
Oh, so I have to. Oh, so I
Nothing-
only had to give you a piece of the blueprints for actually doing the actual. Oh.
There is no requirement that the golem heart you design is used in your final construct.
That makes things simpler. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I got it. I think I can do that then. I'm gonna take to bits that spider drone then. I have an idea.
Care to share?
Yeah, it's a fairly. I know that there's limitations on the spider drone's computational skills. However, it does seem to be able to interpret the area around it fairly well as make targets and make assumptions based on what it sees. So I was thinking about making myself a little bit of a bodyguard.
Interesting.
Not for hurting anything, no, more for restraining, getting things away from me.
I look forward to what your efforts produce.
That's good. Thanks, Rel. Yeah, I wouldn't have ever thought to look at the books of the school. Thanks. Yeah, real life sailor.
And now JMac is realising why you don't give an engineer toys.
No, it's fine. If Bigby can have like 50 companions, Sideline's allowed to.
I
I'm
was more
also going to take
thinking the
this liberty.
crazy shit Sideline comes up with.
I should just slowly collect weapons, meanwhile.
Alana one day is gonna have a tiny dragon just harass her and she's not really sure why.
Mom.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like that one scene in the spoof Scary Movie where every scene that we cut back to Alana, her scarf's just suddenly longer.
Maybe her scarf is a dragon. That's the actual plot twist.
All right, so Wolf is collecting sapient weapons. Alana's collecting sapient weaponized clothing. Aaron's making constructs. Silas has imaginary friends. Epos has animals, and I have outsiders.
Ipos also has mimics.
I mean, arguably, Wolf might end up collecting more sentient plants at this rate. Rather than sentient weapons.
Alana
but-
also has the Fae, so.
Can't believe Alana's cool to kill.
Alana has a Fae.
I mean, she could if she really wanted. It's not very hard for her to talk to the Fae because he's part Fae.
He got Ipos' toes.
Hmm.
The Fae are plenty. You can say hi to all of them.
And besides,
But
the
she
Fae are
might
like
say hi
cats. You could be
first.
their favorite person one day and their hated enemy the next.
I mean, the more accurate, Alana will one day just have a fairy dragon. She's like, why do I have this? And Ari just kind of disappears into the background.
I am Mortitus, son of Mortitus.
Oh no! Please don't blow up the same way.
You of my father, prepare to die.
That's exactly what I was thinking, J-Mac.
I hope we still have more to this art somewhere so we can do that.
Oh no, the real plot twist is the fact that Alana's scarf was actually Morticious reincarnated.
I'd be surprised.
God, now I'm just imagining Alana wearing like a scarf with fairy wings.
Yeah?
Just like quiet, vaguely edgy teenager wearing these like pink ass fairy wings.
Going full deviant art. God.
Mom, I
B.
have become rainbow goth. It's not a phase.
Can curiosity roll my perception?
This is not. I am not liking this.
It's fine. Curiosity just does this sometimes.
What's
Don't
she
worry. I
curious
have
about?
him. I have him specifically on a task at the moment. Dang it,
That does not
Curiosity,
make me.
really?
That does not fill me with comfort.
It shouldn't. We should put Silas down now before it's too late.
No, this is a task that is probably beneficial for the entire dorm. Just so you know. Up until now, he's been hunting mimics.
That's not beneficial.
It is for his wallet. There's a guy buying them.
Well, sadly, he didn't know about the guy buying them, so he's just been having Curiosity deal with them.
Yeah, I'm afraid Ipos has basically just discarded that bit of information. He doesn't care enough to share.
Yeah, I know. I'm not surprised.
For 1 year out of the other.
Essentially, that is how Ipos works. If it's not immediately interesting, he just forgets.
But at Curiosity's nightly info dump, they do indeed try and follow that figure that's been appearing on the roof of the dorm adjacent, across from your dorm. Unfortunately, they don't manage to track where they go, but they weren't spotted, they don't think.
Okay, good. They can try again tonight. Or tomorrow night.
The one thing they do note is there's a very strange feeling around this person, almost as if there's a perpetual storm.
Perpetual storm, you say? You know that was very storm-based. It's not someone from the dorm, so... I'll need to look into this then.
You just come across someone who's being edgy on top of a roof for no reason. Thinking it's
Possible,
something to
yes.
do with you. You never know. But unless anyone wants to do anything, the day takes over to Tuesday.
As a note, JMac, as I did declare in Button for you, Wolf is pulling an all-nighter with his endurance.
Oh dear.
Yep, I'm not surprised.
And I just whispered you a thing, J-Mac.
Yeah, I expected so.
But yeah, the morning comes around.
Which, as a reminder, for Sideline, today's the day of and Silas, today's the day of the equestrian meetup. Technically, you don't need to be in the club to go, but club members are, recommended to go.
When
I don't go.
when does it happen?
Afternoon, lunchtime-ish. Between
Right.
classes, basically.
Between classes, right? That's the main thing.
Yeah, horse riding doesn't really lend itself to evenings.
If Ipos suddenly sees a lot of people gathering around with a lot of animals, he'll probably wander over, as he does.
That's fair. Yeah, for the most part, it appears to have just kind of staked for herself. The equestrian club's basically staked themselves a little bit away from the campus, having cleared out an area where there's basically stakes. There's stakes in the ground, not food stakes. There's
Aw.
dirt. Yes, finger food steak. But there's stakes in the ground. There appears to be a few basic obstacle courses. For the most, let's see who else will end up going, because obviously we're Silas and Aaron. You actually get 2 tagalongs from your dorm. Staff with his water horse and Jade. It appears to
Alright.
also have a just regular ass horse.
That reminds me. Damn it.
Hmm?
Yeah, I didn't have time to do anything. I wanted
Fair enough.
to get something for staff.
Ooh, gift.
Mhm.
Anyway, you can head to the equestrian club meetup. There's not a lot of people. There's maybe all in all 10, 11.
A classroom full.
Vast majority of people appear to be nobles, outnumbering you probably 2 to 1.
You mean Silas outnumbering 9 to 2?
Yes, everyone else in the equestrian club is in fact Silas.
Hooray.
Silas wearing different mustaches.
Well, you didn't know Silas actually has a 4th class, which is the intrigue class. Just no one noticed he was even there.
Is there
But,
anyone there that I don't recognize?
No. Though you rolling up with Rusty, one of the girls in the class gives you the stink eye. She's like, another one of you weirdos with your weird things.
You're just jealous that it's faster than anything you can ride.
I'm jealous because it spits in the eye of anything that stands for equestrian. The equestrian club. How are we supposed to compete with something that doesn't tire?
Guy going faster?
Hurting our poor horsies? She pets her horse. I think not.
If I may
Why
interject,
wouldn't you?
your horse is likely far more intelligent than it.
I mean, it's the rider that matters in these things, is it not?
No, it's a matter of how much you keep maintenance of the animal you're riding. Well, animal.
It's not even your friend. She feeds her horse some oats.
It would be my friend if it was capable of having friends.
Yes, as she said, it doesn't have a personality. Or a force of ego. Any of the above.
Okay, fair enough, I suppose. But then in that case, what the fuck is that? As she points to Bruval in his water horse form. We just let that in now?
That I'm actually taking your side on. What is that?
You've met Bruval before, but usually he's a squid.
Now it's a horse?
Aaron has seen Bruval as a horse. I promise you.
Oh. Alright, sure.
This
Pretty
is
weird.
one of the weird friends. So I can vouch for you personally that you've definitely seen him in horse form at some point.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay.
Look, I'm just saying, if we want to have this be fair, we need some baseline.
Oh, I'm just here for the race. Racing?
There's not much racing today, but we do have inspection. She looks up Rusty. However, we're going to manage that.
He's fully operational, but occasionally glitchy. He should be fine.
The issue is how none of us here are exactly, well, Golemoncers? We can't exactly verify that.
If you
Neither are
want,
any of us really elementalists.
then you're gonna have to take me on word for it.
I suppose we will. She walks away. You hear something, her muttering under her breath, probably something about cheating.
Wow.
Not cheating if it's not in the rule books.
Yeah. If there was a rule book, I would abide by it, but currently there isn't.
Technically, no, there is no rulebook for the equestrian club.
Time to make a rulebook. Regular horses are banned. Only robotic horses.
And
Rusty's not even a horse.
Silas, by the way,
Yes.
you would say normally Rusty has no force of ego or personality. He does have these weird blips occasionally.
Yes, but I do not count those. Those are
I'm taking
anomalies.
this out of contact. This is something Silas would notice. Aaron has
Oh,
no
okay.
idea.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Silas is still talking of
Construct in
interest-
general.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's a construct. It doesn't have a force of personality.
Rusty does technically have an intelligence score, which is interesting.
Yeah, Silas is just writing that off as whatever pocket dimension that Aaron has been talking about that makes up his mechanisms might have like natives or something that just
Vermin,
wander
yes.
around it. And
It is a bubble dimension held within the
I like the idea that there's now rats in his circuitry.
yeah, that's kind of what he's actually thinking.
The hamsters and the wheels that make him go.
What is
Yeah.
the big C? The astral. Oh yeah, it's a pocket dimension within the astral sea. So
Then even more so because the astral sea is also a sea where consciousnesses just float sometimes.
It also
Yeah.
contains the remnants of dead gods.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, if a god dies, their body generally goes to one of two places, which is either, well, one of three places, either the boneyard, the astral sea, or the maelstrom.
So you're saying Rusty could have old god blood in his gears?
Yeah.
Fear the old blood.
I mean, I just
Yeah.
like the idea. I just like that he has a little bit of god flesh stuck in the gears.
I haven't decided this yet, but I do like the idea that his power source is literally a water wheel stuck out the side of the pocket dimension, going off the eddies and currents of the sea.
Well, I was thinking just like a loop of water, but because gravity is like subjective, it's just a perfect circle. Perpetual motion, baby.
Yeah, there's a lot of benefits, and
That is the only plane that's possible. But
there's a lot of benefits for actually building it in the ethereal sea, astral sea. Yeah,
Big physics.
the astral sea, which is what I imagine most of the construct core being part of.
I mean, unless otherwise specified, demi-planes are always put in the astral sea. So
Well, it's a very loose demi-plane. So
it's the most flexible dimension. You can technically make them out of like the plane of dreams, for example, but that's kind of dangerous.
right,
Make that a shadow plane, but also quite dangerous.
yeah, it's not that.
Silas, can you run me a sense motive check? As everyone starts like lining up to go through the obstacle course.
I look forward to ride checks.
That's not Silas, but yeah.
Oh, right. Never mind. I'm glad that.
And technically, curiosity is also entitled.
It is true.
But-
Curiosity is kind of where they normally are.
As Silas, does his final check, saddles up, he gets a. That was weird. He gets like a weird feeling in the back of his head, but he's not quite sure from what.
All right, Jed. Let's get this done.
Sure, Silas, take it away. Give me a ride to see how well you navigate the obstacle course. Silas isn't trained in ride, is he?
No, he is.
Oh, damn.
I just rolled a 4.
Yeah.
He's a member of the upper echelons. Of course, he's trained.
There's a reason why he joined the equestrian club too, because he does need to actually keep these sort of things trained up.
In fairness, Silas joined every club under the sun, so
You're not wrong, yes, because of that exact reason. He needs a wide breadth of knowledge.
I honestly can't remember what clubs I joined, aside from dance.
but
Every time the club hosts a session, it just starts storming.
It's not my fault, okay? It kind of is, but it totally isn't.
Silas, you don't have any big mishaps while doing this. It's a pretty basic course. But Jet is obviously new to you being a handler. This is a bit like a grand going around like an assault course. It's like, careful step over the bar. Careful hop over the bar. Trot. Trot. Little jump. You get some polite claps from the sidelines of all the other nobles watching. Ah yes, perfect form. Sideline.
And there's just Ash for some reason. Do it!
Do a
Fucking
flat.
Aaron flips down her goggles, and just mutters "fucking damage." If you
Thanks
don't
from house done.
mind, can I take 10 on this, or do you
Yeah,
want me to actually?
actually roll.
Okay.
It's funnier.
Oh my god!
Ooh, still did better than Silas.
It's true, you
Not
can't
what I
nat
meant
one
when I
fail.
said do a flip.
Like we might have a problem here.
No, it's not one.
Yeah, this isn't necessarily something that's bad with your skill. This is something bad in the fact that it doesn't seem to have accounted for small-sized creatures running this obstacle course. Even if you're
Really?
on a mint.
That bar, it's gonna hit me in the
Shocker.
face.
Well, that's just racist, that is.
But yeah, basically as you're running across this, Rusty manages. Rusty's, a machine. He manages to just jump over, but it's definitely a bit... Oof, it's not great on Aaron's back or
My
knees.
spine, yeah.
Yeah. As you get decidedly less polite claps at the end.
Fucking hell.
For the most part, everyone else is, well, mediocre. It's very much a Silas case of, oh, this is a hobby for me. I do this to look cool and show off that I have a lot of money and a good horse pedigree.
Yes.
Until the last person. A girl wearing... She looks almost like a knight, honestly, in her full get-up. Strolls up to the start of the course on a very... Silas, can you roll me a knowledge and ability?
Can do. Thank you. God damn it, game. Why are you giving me
An
a
18's
roll
not bad.
everything under a 10 though?
Hey, can I roll knowledge and ability as I yoinked it from Silas?
Sure. I just didn't expect you to have it.
Yeah, I nicked it from Oh, shit.
Ha.
Aaron's eye twitches. Silas, your brain's bleeding.
Apparently the equestrian club's just cursed. Like 2 1s, 4, a 5, a 7, a 2.
Get your star under control. I don't want to have your memories.
That is
That
your fault
Silas?
for drawing on it.
That's a pretty, good pedigree horse.
Well. Impressive.
And you start to hear whispers. Isn't that Raina Cantor? Wait, didn't she go to jail after she beat the shit out of someone?
Oh god. Her, eh?
Yeah, it was
Sounds
in the
fun.
news and everything.
Who'd you beat the shit out of?
Some other noble. I don't know how she got away with it.
That's
Maybe this
nobility.
is her stay-at-home order. I don't know. You guys get away with
Yes.
that kind of shit all the time.
Yes, it is unlikely that she would be imprisoned for something like that. It is more likely that she'd be shipped off into a boarding school. Case in point.
As you watch as she basically obliterates the assault course. It's not really a hard one, so maybe
Wait,
not as
literally or
surprising.
figuratively?
Actually, in this case, quite literally, her horse is really fast, but it basically just tramples everything into the ground.
Ah, God, I'm glad she went last.
Yes.
Ah,
Yes. And
She basically ends with the horse veering up, and Silas, you think you know what was glaring into the back of your head earlier, as she gives you the death stare.
Silas was smirking. Give a polite golf clap to her.
As everyone else quickly follows suit.
Was she the one I was arguing with?
so here's what
No.
you
No.
want to
Oh, good.
Trust me, you do not argue with a canter. Or at the very least, that canter.
I don't know. She seems pretty feisty.
Yes, exactly.
Silas would know a bit more, actually. Her family's actually pretty well, wedged into horse breeding. but she's the first kind of. She's actually won a few tournaments in the past, but she's the first in her family to actually do so. But yeah, you've heard the rumors of. Yeah, apparently she just lost a race at one time, found a person who beat her, and it wasn't pretty.
Can I ask, like at the end of the assault course bit, like when she's finished, is there actually anything stopping us approaching her and the horse?
Not really. Beyond self-preservation.
If Puss
Well,
approaches,
actually, she gets off.
if Puss approaches,
Self-preservation. That's a good one, J-Mac.
Yeah, you can go up to her. She just kind of looks down at you, doesn't say anything.
oh, Ipos isn't going up to her. He's going up to the horse. He's just talking to
Okay.
the horse. He's completely blanking her.
Okay.
And he's just talking and asking how he is, checking over the horse, asking the horse how its day's going, and you know what it thinks about being here, and if it likes this weird person that was riding it. And I'm actually severely considering. Yeah, you know what? Let's just cast Speak with Animals while I'm doing this, and actually have a talk with the horse.
Be funny if the horse was even more intense than she was.
Hold on, I'd think about having got the horse voice.
I'm not using my spells for anything else today, surely.
Say. Watches you approach. Yeah, the horse, even just from. You have hand animal, right?
Yeah, of course I do. I'm a druid.
You say that, but you also don't have survival, do you?
I haven't put any ranks into it, no. But I also don't have any wisdom.
That also is pure intuition. His intuition ain't great.
Hence why I'm talking to the animal of the lady that beats the shit out of people who beat her.
Yeah, your handle animal is good enough that you can see this horse is very well looked after, but there's just something in his eyes. You don't think the horse is entirely there as you walk up to it, it just kind of goes and like slides its lips over your head.
It's just eating Evil's face.
It's not eating, but like it's like that disgusting horse. Like you can feel its tongue like lick the top of your head.
No.
Ipos just stands there and lets it while he's still talking to the horse.
The horse doesn't really say anything. You definitely think maybe this horse was dropped as a kid.
And then he sort of puts his hand on the horse's nose and backs away a little bit just so it's not eating his head. Looks up at the lady and just like, what you do to it? It not right. It silly horse.
She looks at you. Carter's a special horse.
Well, yes, all animals special, but this, he no talk much, and he eat my head.
He has special eyes.
No. She just strokes his neck. He's an inside thinker.
Oh, he listened to the inside voice, right?
Ipos doesn't know what that means.
He knows what it means, he just doesn't care. He doesn't listen to his inside voice, so yeah. Doesn't mean he doesn't know others have it. But just from what she said and looking at how she's treating the horse, can I attempt a untrained sense motive to see if she actually cares for it or if she's just bullshitting?
Sure.
14.
You feel the lovely feeling of horse tongue on your skull.
Again, he doesn't seem too bothered about that.
I mean, nothing screams out to you that the horse is being abused or so. It's definitely a healthy, strong horse, well-bred and such. And although she seems a bit weird, I mean, as you're doing this, the horse just kind of attempts to pick you up.
Oh, Ipos lets it.
The horse walks away.
Bye guys. I belong to a
enjoy
horse
yourself.
now.
Have fun.
They're just letting it take the kobold?
Yes, he'll be fine. It is not malicious. Do not worry. Trust me, it does not have the. I do not think it has the ability to be malicious.
If that ever happens to me, I expect you to step in.
Well, of course, because you're. If that happens to you, then it would have also picked up Rusty, I believe. So, I think we may have other problems.
Right. Next time, also convince me to actually do the size enhancement on Rusty. I almost hit my face on multiple of those bars before I told Rusty to.
Yes, I saw. It was quite amusing.
Fuck off. It's not your fault. You're fucking tall, you freakish thing. And I mean, I know money can't buy happiness, but apparently it can buy fucking stilts.
I mean,
Begin crafting project. Stilts.
sure. Give me a Raidor climb check, I suppose.
Well, they're both untrained, but Wright has the better modifier.
God, it was.
Epos can get himself out with a wet or whatever the fuck noise a suction cup makes, and gently crawl up its neck onto the saddle. The horse just appears to be, as you it takes a while. It's heading across campus, it seems, and a little bit away from it as it comes across to. You've seen this before. A few students, especially the richer ones, have houses around the place rather than right next to the school. Appears perhaps Reyna has one herself, as Carter just nudges open a stable door and enters a stable.
Is she actually coming with, or has Ipos just stolen her horse?
You don't see her anywhere, so go horse
Okay,
then.
okay, I have a horse now. We stole each other.
I'm pretty sure, given the violent temper, you were owned by the horse.
Oh God.
I'm sure I can convince it otherwise. I have
It's not
diplomacy
I
and
I don't think you
handle
can convince it
animal.
of anything. I don't think it's smart enough to be convinced.
I mean, I can convince it of a lot of things.
But it essentially enters the stable, goes over to a big bag of oats and starts eating.
See, the thing is, my first thought then was so does Epos, and he just starts grabbing handfuls of the oats and starts eating it.
Mother, may I
That
have
sounds
you?
like it.
Brother.
Oh, this poor thing.
I mean, the world's your oyster. If Epos wants to eat horse oats, he can certainly eat horse oats.
Well, he's just spending time with his new friend, and if he gets hungry.
Lord.
Oh Christ, Epos.
Kobolds can eat oats.
This is what happens when I stop filtering my brain.
They're largely scavengers.
I mean, I'm just saying, technically, he can eat anything if he can digest it. It's different.
Fair.
I don't see him having an issue eating oats.
That's fair.
No, I think you're good on the oats department.
Whatever else is mixed in with the oats, that may be an issue, but hey.
Toxins, I guess.
Yes, this horse just lives on a diet of poison and
It keeps it
oats.
constantly stoned. That's why it's constantly so dumb.
I was thinking steroids. Just
It's not
doping the
that buff.
horse.
As suddenly Ippo starts growing muscles all over the place.
Yeah, I'm sorry, when you said it was a buff horse, I was imagining like a fucking Shire horse, Sort of 17, 18 hands high, built for just destroying fields.
That's a real big horse. Fairness.
Yeah, Shires are
Yeah.
really big horses.
Yeah.
Also, welcome to the measurement of hands.
Yeah. I don't understand why, but yeah.
Fucking Englishmen with
Everyone
all
has
of your
hands.
different fucking measurements for all kinds of different stupid shit.
All we
Measuring
had
hands
when
and
we
that.
came up with it was the various body parts, okay? We have feet, we have hands.
I mean, yeah, to be fair, that's the reason why the cubit became a thing.
A cubit?
Yeah, the cubit.
Yes.
Cubit is approximately the length of your forearm,
Oh,
from elbow to wrist.
okay.
Okay, I think it's like
Though-
for your
though-
average male. It's
Though,
like,
if you want to blame anyone for the measurement of hand, it's King Henry VIII.
Sounds about right.
Wouldn't it?
as he formalized it as being roughly 4 inches, the size of King Henry VIII's hand.
Oh god, I thought you were talking about fucking forearm. That's a tiny ass forearm.
No, I don't know who did the cube. I just know who did the hand.
Yeah, no.
To explain a lot about King Henry VIII if I've got the 4-inch forearm. But plus I mean, the horse isn't gonna stop you from leaving. It's basically just eating and drinking and licking Salt Rock now.
Yeah, this is basically where Ipos is for the next few hours now.
He made a friend.
Yeah, he did.
Ipos has
That's what you
become
think.
horse.
Ipos makes the best friends.
Aster and horse.
Yeah. I have fire friend, I have horse friend. Combine them together, fire horse.
All of the elements.
I prefer thunder horse.
I bring the thunder.
One moment, J-Mac.
Yeah,
Did you just make horse into an element?
apparently. Instead of heart, it's horse.
Sorry, I now think of the elemental plane of horse.
It's terrifying.
As we have all discussed
we did
before,
summon one
there
before.
is a plane of horses.
But no, now it's the elemental plane of horse.
Ah,
Even the terrain is made of horse.
Oh god.
It's just one giant horse galloping through the universe with tinier horses on its back.
Riding through just stampeding through the actual sea.
the most distinctive terrain feature about the plane of existence is the gigantic mane of horsehair that kind of just splits the plane in half.
It's also made of horses.
So the problem is when your only element in the plane is horse.
It's true. But speaking of horse, for those of you less fair, you're free to raid the tiny little finger cucumber sandwiches. But otherwise, most people are kind of just mingling.
Yes, now's the perfect time to mingle, and debating on whether I have Silas approach.
I mean, she's probably been left thoroughly confused by the kobold, so...
That is very true. She's without her horse.
If you want
She
to
is
catch her
talking to
off
someone-
guard, now's your chance.
She's talking to someone else actually as well. Which I don't
Ooh.
know if that changes or
Well,
What?
depends. Do I recognize who she's talking to?
Roman knowledge nobility. As stated, most of the people are nobles. This is kind of your wheelhouse. Holy
Yes.
shit!
Silas is good whenever he actually rolls well.
Sure. I'm good at doing things when I roll the thing that makes me good at things.
I mean, by base, he hits a 12. He
know.
knows about every common noble house just that's off at the top of his head, no matter what the situation.
Unless he has a concussion.
Yes.
But you indeed recognize the figure. He was one of the more subpar riders, but probably can't fault him for that. As I think I haven't revealed. I do.
Oh.
Ollie
Ollie
Redwood.
Redwood. Okay.
The Redwood family, as you know, are, well, noble, much like your family, nobles all have something that use as their claim to fame. The Redwoods in particular claim to have draconic ancestry, which, I
Oh.
mean, probably does. You're not sure.
You're
It's
right,
not as if he
well,
has skills or
unfortunate.
anything.
Fair. And then what would I know of Ollie here?
Specifically, not much. You've mostly
Alright.
just heard of the family and know that he's part of it.
Then Silas will saunter over with a small sandwich and just a little glass of whatever there is to drink.
It's probably like fruit punch.
Yeah.
Make myself thirsty.
Coffee.
Greetings, you two. I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
No, not much, Ollie looks at you. There wasn't much to interrupt, I think. You are... can't put my
Silas.
finger on it. Ah,
Silas
Silas.
Varan.
Nice to meet you. I'm Ollie. He extends a hand.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Ollie Redwood, and he'll give a shake.
I see my family precedes me.
Yes. I have. After all, I would be a sore example of my family if I did not know of the other noble families.
Fair enough. So, how did you find the, he looks at the obstacle course that's now obviously destroyed. The course.
It was simple and easy enough to follow.
Yeah, I have a feeling this is not quite what I expected of an equestrian club. This feels more like social mingle club, but with horses added in, and I suppose weird mechanical dogs and water horse.
I have a feeling that the reason for that is because we've just started. The year has only just begun. There have been no races, though I do not intend to participate myself.
I get a strong feeling most people don't.
No, other than, say, Miss Cantor here.
She's not really in the conversation, but she's just kind of looking at you.
Yes, is there something on my face? I apologize, I may have a bit of sandwich, and he'll take out a handkerchief.
She just continues to stare.
Strong, silent type, I take it. Well, I wasn't here to make enemies. I just came over to see how you were doing, I guess.
Well, like I said, social mingle club, I suppose. Yes, it's been interesting, I suppose, and well, as you can see, Miss Reyna is such a conversationalist.
Indeed, it seems. Well then, how has your family been? It's good to pick up news from others.
Same old, as I suppose we fade away to mingle.
Mm-hmm.
Reyna, she literally does nothing but stare at you.
Okay. In that case, Silas will attempt to pass a hidden message on to her of, if you wish to speak with me about something, we can speak after. See if he can do that. I think that's literally just the DC.
Yeah. She gives no indication whether or not she received it or not.
Yeah, Silas, I'm going. Fucking mingling. I don't want to deal with this crap.
I'm surprised you stayed this long anyway.
Well, shit, I don't know. I was expecting something else to come up.
Erin's uses the distraction to fill her pockets up with finger food.
Yeah.
I'm certain it will be more exciting in the future.
I hope so. Fucking, I also going to need to make some adjustments to Rusty if I want to continue racing like this, because some of these jumps are fucking obnoxious. Who's your fan?
This is Reyna Cantor of House Cantor. She is quite skilled horseman, and her family, she comes from a family of very prestigious horse breeders.
Oh, the feisty one.
Yes. And this is Ollie Redwood. His family has claimed a powerful draconic blood to run through their
Congratulations.
veins.
Yes, yeah. I feel a bit, well, it's odd, I suppose. After all, there's quite a lot of people with some strange blood on this campus.
Indeed, this is a congregating place for those like that, as it were. It's no surprise your parents would send you here to extend your education, as mine did me.
Well, this place has a bit of a reputation itself.
Indeed.
I mean, unless, I don't know. Do dragon fuckers have a general, like fan club or whatever?
I'm sure you could find one.
Oh,
Don't think I want to take part.
Fair enough. I don't know. Local expert, I figured I'd ask.
I mean, I personally have not fucked the dragon, though, yeah. Count me out on any of that.
Fair enough. But, yeah, you know. What's up with her? It's disconcerting now.
She is the strong, silent type.
Though, as you say that, Reyna looks at you, Erin, then speaks in halfling. Beware the shadows, little one.
I'm gonna look at my Wayfinder quick.
The Wayfinder seems fine.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna go, Silas, I guess. Have fun with your friends. Yeah.
Yes. Off. Go on.
By the way,
Enjoy
I'm also
yourself
gonna
back at the dorm.
sense motive that, by the way.
Go for it.
And because inspiration, because yeah, okay, never mind.
Hey, it brought it up to 14.
You look at her. She looks at you.
Okay, I'm done. Bye. I'm
I'll
gonna
tell
go
you something.
get our kobold. What are you telling me?
I was gonna say, You definitely feel something weird about her, but you don't know what it is.
No, like, leaving. I'm gonna go get the kobold.
Kobold has a name, you know.
Hippos. What are you doing?
What? Has lunch. He
Yeah,
holds
great,
out
that's-
a handful of oats to you.
Can you even eat that?
He sort of looks down at it. A bit of oats falls from his cheek where it had like stuck on there. It's like, yes.
Okay, look, come with me. Just, I don't want to. Yeah, okay, just come with me.
Okay.
Don't help.
Bye, friend. I go now. And he holds up
Yep.
the handful of oats to the horse before he leaves.
The horse envelops your hand, but takes the oats.
He just laughs as his hand is like eaten.
Why?
And then he wanders after Aaron. It's like, it's fine. He big soft man. Big softy.
No.
Yes.
Okay, I want. Make me. Look. Okay.
It's fine. Ipos has natural armor. It's fine.
No.
I
I'm just
mean-
gonna. What do you want? What do you want for? I don't know. What can I do to bribe you to never go visit that horse again?
Oh no, got to go visit again. He's
Nope.
friend now.
Nope. Owner's terrible. Owner is awful. Awful terribleness.
She not that bad. She'd like horse.
No,
She'd look
you
after
have
horse.
no idea. Just. Okay. Nope. Okay.
He's just sort of standing there watching you.
Why is everything fucking? Okay. Get on, Rusty. You're going too slow.
He climbs up,
And Aaron
Stick-
takes back off to the wand door.
sticks his hands on your shoulders to hold on. His hands
Yep.
covered in horse slobber.
You
She
can
not
deal with
that
synthetic.
bad. Not that
Deal
bad.
with synthetic, but organic is awful.
Can't be bad. She look after big soft horseman.
She talks in riddles and tells me to fear the shadows. I'm not letting. Okay. She didn't even make eye contact with me. She like sort of looked at my eyes and just sort of went through. It's just really fucking
Oh,
weird. I
that-
don't want to be ever near her again.
That not so strange. She probably have vision thing.
I don't care if she has vision thing.
I mean, might be good advice, or might be good advice too late.
Either way, no. What is up with everybody fucking receiving portents in this fucking school?
Is lots of magic people close together. Some have weird, strange magic vision thingies.
I can deal with teleportation, but future sight, no.
It not real future sight, maybe, but just little bit future sight, maybe.
Just stay in the dorm. I know you can blow shit up. If she ever
Aaron's
comes to
the
the door,
bodyguard.
if she comes to the door, tell her it's closed.
Why?
I don't like. She gives me the wrong feeling. I'm sorry. Just not.
You'll get used to her.
No,
She's not that bad.
no. I don't want to get used to her. I don't want to be near her. Okay, never.
Maybe
Aaron,
you must invite
go
her
on
to
deck.
party.
No, do not do that. Do not. I beg you. I will give you money. Don't.
But then you get to know out of
Fuck no.
other
I don't want to know. I don't want to care.
Maybe just invite horse then.
No.
But
Because then she's gonna
why?
come up when the horse comes around, when she loses her horse, and she's gonna eventually get there by wandering and looking for her horse.
No. If us leave note saying where horse gone, and then she not worry and not have to come look.
That's not how that works.
It works sometime.
No. Just please. Just
it-
no.
It worked once.
I don't ask for much. I don't ask for much. Please, just don't.
He sort of huffs and puffs a little bit.
You don't need sense motive, but this is Aaron kind of entering freak out mode again. This kind of fear.
Fine. Ipos not going to avoid her, but won't invite round.
Okay, it's fine. Okay. Door. Click. Go inside. Get off, please.
Gets off.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
You're allowed slam.
Sad times. Been taken away from his horse friend, said he can't go and see another friend, and then had the door slammed in his face. No one
Erin knows you as probably the
understands.
most dangerous thing in the campus, so she's bringing you in case danger should.
I'm not sure how to take that.
You are a universal danger, both to her and everything else. So she's just
that is more
making
like
herself
it, yes.
closed in the room. She's closing herself in her room, and if something bad shows up, she just hopes that it will die before she does.
But
We have discovered that you are a danger to yourself and others.
But there's shadows in your room.
No, there isn't. There isn't anymore. I've made a good effort in shadowproofing my room.
Marie's just like wilting under like probably a bunch of lamps that Aaron set up.
Yeah.
Desiccated husk.
Also, Aaron's going to work on a new lock. And also making sure there is no gap under her door.
You also have no
She's
idea.
a vampire.
You also have no idea how happy it makes me that you think Ipos is a danger to himself and everything around him.
Yeah. Aaron knows.
It really is.
Aaron knows the abilities of her friends and is willing to take advantage of them.
Should probably also realise then that Ipos is going to stay there a little while, then get bored and wander off.
Yeah, it's fine. Aaron's not going to come down to debate that, so.
Congratulations, you've met 2 people who are on the MMA list.
The horse is on the MMA list?
Like, kick that horse's ass.
I mean, I meant Reyna and Ollie, but technically the horse is also on the list. But, I mean, yeah.
And considering the size of the horse, I'm sure he could put up a good fight.
Oh, no, definitely.
If he wasn't a big softie.
Sure. I mean, as soft as a horse can be, really.
Oh, horses can be quite soft. They can
Also
all
have, like,
trample you into the ground, but they can be quite soft. They can also be quite dangerous in being that soft. My mum has a horse, and mentally he is basically still a kid, but he is like fully grown, and he will knock you out by accident without thinking.
Jesus Christ.
It's because he's fucking a ton of meat, and he'll have his head down, and without thinking, he'll just whip his head straight up, and if he catches you with it, he will knock you on your ass. Without trying. I can completely understand why Erin didn't like being around the horse, even without the whole Reyna thing.
Well, she's already not great with things bigger than her, and, well, most things are bigger than her.
Mm-hmm.
So what you're saying is we had a very tiny pony.
Yeah.
You're also quite clever. My horse has locked my mum in the stable before while he was outside. Because it had a sliding bolt lock, and she'd gone in, closed the door so she could sort it out while he was outside, and he like mouthed the bolt in such a way that he lifted and slid it across and locked her in the stable.
What you have there is a case of someone casting the Awakening spell.
It's actually a druid.
Possibly.
Actually, might just be an animal companions the ones that raise the intelligence of up to 3.
And 3 is smart for an animal.